I want to see what this is all about. Let's see here. I want to make sure you guys can see this. All right. I don't know what this is. I have had some people send me some clips. This might send me a little bit into a rage. Not sure. It might. Let's read this out. ICC chief prosecutor says fellow ICC judges and UN official face direct threats, including his family, over Israel-related cases. Okay, post the threats. Show Interpol. Have the people like what does that mean? Khan said 12 U.S. senators sent him a letter stating, "If you target Israel, we will target you and your family." I want to see the letter. I don't believe him. Threats were followed by action, sanctions, frozen bank accounts, and travel restrictions. Well, that doesn't sound like a threat. That sounds like a fulfillment of an action. Like 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 if it says we're gonna kill you, we're gonna torture you, that's one thing. But hey, you're interfering with you know local stuff and regional stuff, so you're gonna get interfered with, and is followed by some action. I don't think that's a threat, homie. I don't think that's a threat. I think that's that's check and mate. I think that's an action taken. That's not a threat. A threat is when you're gonna do something. They did something. Let's see what's going on here.
Well, we see an increasing proclivity on the part of powerful states to use coercive measures. I've mentioned that there was an arrest warrant.
Oh, coercive measures. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So when you look at this piece of shit. Okay. Let me get this fucking straight, right? When you make threats to arrest Americans, when you make threats to arrest our allies, and you make arrests that if anywhere they go in the world, you're going to arrest them and you're going to lock them up. That's not a threat. That's not a threat, right? But when you get it done to you, well, then it's a threat, right?
This person sanctioned by President Trump in February 2025. And of course, it was quite lonely for several months. I was the only one.
Oh, okay. Lashes out and complains at the blowback. Oh, I see.
And later on, some judges and deputies, I think in about August, September, they were sanctioned. I just think it's unwarranted.
Unwarranted? Then why you put out warrants? So the guy that's putting out warrants is talking about stuff being unwarranted. If it would have been unwarranted, you know how it would have been unwarranted if you wouldn't put out warrants. If you don't put out warrants that you're gonna do some shit, then it wouldn't be unwarranted. What are you doing? You got problems with the genocide in Gaza? Then why don't you have problems with the genocide of the Afrikaners and the Christians in South Africa? Because you're a bunch of hypocrites, pieces of shit, and that's why your warrants are warrantless. So after you put out some warrants, you say, hey, they took my money. That's warrantless. Oh, that's our way of telling you, fuck your warrant.
People try to enter public service. Some do better than others. But to use the power of the state to coerce.
To use the power of the state to threaten the freedom of people with jail. That's what you're doing.
To intimidate.
That's what you were doing when you asked for the arrest of people, when you call people genociders, when you order the International Criminal Court to arrest people. You're the motherfucker that's doing the shit. It's like so much projection.
Is deeply dangerous. We see this tendency to what's happening in some countries.
Deeply dangerous for you, motherfucker. It's your fucking bank account.
Domestically with prosecutors or attorney generals of previous administrations. We see threats against UN special rapporteurs like Francesca Albanese.
Hey, yeah, I don't give a shit who that fucking bitch is. Fuck around and find out.
Or judges of the ICC or myself, we see threats in the media about putting sanctions and targeted measures against other individuals who simply take a different view. And they don't in the...
It's not simply take a different view, motherfucker. You're threatening arrest. You fucking lying sack of shit. You're threatening with arrest. What is an international criminal court? It's a criminal accusation. Unless your whole fucking court system is bullshit, that you're threatening with international criminal cases. And criminal cases are not the same as civil cases, right? Like the situation would be criminal, so it goes with jail.
Most cases, at least in my case, and in the ICC, I'm sure, take a different view out of malice, out of bias.
You're the malicious one. You're the one that's biased. How is the standard for genocide so low in Gaza and so high in South Africa if you're not a biased sack of shit?
Or out of any antipathy to any people or person in the world. It's simply an exercise of responsibilities.
That's very irresponsible when you have different standards for different people.
Given that one has to look at the evidence and the law and apply the law fairly.
You have never applied anything fairly. That's the fucking problem.
Equally, for example, in Palestine and Israel, as we did in Ukraine and Russia,
no, you fucking didn't. You lying sack of shit.
Equally as we're doing in Afghanistan and Myanmar, and the list goes on. And to cause pain is
okay. Don't start shit if you don't want shit. You can't start shit and then say, "Oh, it hurts when you hit me. It hurts so hard when you defend yourself." If you don't start shit, there won't be shit. But you want to start shit, and then you're like, "Oh my god, there is shit." If you don't start shit, there won't be shit. If you don't fuck around, you won't find out. Why are you being fair to Russia and Afghanistan is the real question. I don't know that they're being fair to Afghanistan and Russia. I mean, are they putting on an arrest warrant out for Putin? I would hope they are. Are they putting on arrest warrant for whoever the guy is that says he wants to kill the boa? That guy in South Africa, is there an arrest warrant out for him? Right? What is he talking about here?
Not an unanticipated consequence, it's the desired outcome. Because you've seen from public sources, even before the current administration in the United States.
Even before the current administration? What about it?
Took office, 12 senators wrote, and they said, you target Israel, we will target you and your family.
Good. Keep fucking around. Keep lying about that fucking genocide. Genocide where your population goes up. Keep lying about genocide. You know what I don't like about these pieces of shit? These pieces of shit are like, you know what I like them to? Women who make false claims of rape. Because you know what happens? It makes women that go through real rape, it diminishes their standing. People who go through real abuse, when people falsely claim abuse, it diminishes the justice when there's real abuse, because it diminishes the belief in it. Like Me Too at first it was like, wow, some shit's going down here. By the end of it, it's like, oh my god, someone breathed on you wrong, and now you're so, oh, Me Too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there was some bullshit ass cases by the end of Me Too. And by the end of Me Too, believe all women became believe no women. We can't believe these bitches. And you know who did that? All the fucking false claims. And that's my problem with it. These fucking false claims. A real genocide is what is a numerical thing, right? Well, they don't have defining characteristics, because if they had defining characteristics, the much higher death rate in South Africa would be considered a genocide. But whenever you look at the statistics and you look at what's happening in South Africa, it's not a genocide. Why? It's white people, not because of the numbers, because if you look at those numbers, that's very high. If you look at the ratio of dead soldiers versus dead civilians in Gaza, that's not a genocide. The targets are obviously mostly not civilians. These are combatants. And what's going on in South Africa is very obviously an attack on a race and a religion, Christians and white people. And they're being targeted in a very specific way. So that's are the defining characteristics that are not being treated fairly.
You have been warned. That's almost a verbatim quotation. And so,
Yeah,
one can say in
motherfucker.
this area, at least, they are truthful and they've made good on their promises.
That's right, motherfucker. That's right. Okay, let me see here. The problem with definition of genocide in the international law. Oh, so okay, is the destruction in whole or in part of a national, religious, tribal, or ethnic group. Okay, so I guess Hamas is committing a genocide in that case. In part can mean any war against any nation. Yeah. So the problem is these international courts go by some international definitions that are so loose that they can apply it to anything. If they have some kind of problem with definitions, they should redefine and seek to sit down and write the laws in a way that have some standards and metrics that can be applied equally to different situations. If you got some wishy-washy bullshit, abstract, oh my God, what's the word that I'm looking for? Ambiguous definitions to what is a genocide, that you can just apply it to whatever you want, whenever you want, and not apply it to what you don't want. That's the fucking problem. Oh, I'm sorry.
Because the court as a whole has been targeted, but I deprecate.
By the way, these comments on what their definitions is brought to us by Romancing the Trolls. Thank you very much.
It's undermining the moral authority of states. It is dividing the international community. In the end, it's bringing us closer to.
Fuck the international community. I don't give a shit what the international community thinks. That's the same reason I don't give a fuck what the international court says. Why do I have to give a fuck? They're divided? Good. Go to fucking divide yourself. Divide yourself. Unite yourself. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't fuck with me or my people. Because if not, you're going to see that our threats aren't threats. They're facts.
More and more conflict, because if we don't have the law, what do we have?
You don't have the law. You don't fucking have the law.